guys, welcome to another Sims 2 tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your neighborhood beautiful and look exactly like mine does in my newer videos. I did link to everything on my blog, but I know it can be very confusing knowing exactly what files you need, especially from some of these sites where the links don't work right. So I'm going to show you exactly what to download, how to download it, and how to install it so that your neighborhood looks super beautiful with today's graphics. So I'm here on my blog PleasantSims.com, and if you click on neighborhood mods under the table of contents, it will take you down, and I'm going to put a link to this in the description box so you can just click on that and follow along with me. And it will take you right here to the neighborhood section. The first thing we're going to download is The Great Sky of Totalitarianism. And I just want to show you this is my downloads folder under EA Games Sims 2 Ultimate Collection downloads. And I have everything organized neatly here. No, I don't want to translate this page. Oh my gosh. And I have a folder in here that I call Neighborhood. And this is where I put all my neighborhood mods just to keep them all organized. But what I'm going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to create a new folder just so you can see as we download exactly what you should have downloaded. So I would just create a new folder somewhere in your downloads folder, call it whatever you want, neighborhood, hood, whatever, and we're going to download everything into here. Okay, so the first link, this is The Great Sky of Totalitarianism on this person's Tumblr. I don't even know how to pronounce their name, but there's a really funny little explanation of the name right here if you want to read that. But what we need to do is scroll down a ways. These are all of the skybox colors that you're going to get that you can use in your game. There is a lot version and there is a neighborhood version. You can use the lot version. I have downloaded the lot version, but I usually don't use it because I use Skylines. If you're not sure, you can go ahead and download it. Just click here. And I'll show you how this works, but if you just want to get it now in case you decide to use it, download it and put it into your neighborhood folder. I made a separate folder inside called the sky, and this is where I put all my sky stuff just to keep it separate. So these are the lot versions. Okay? Download the full archive of lot sky is where I got that. But what you need to make your neighborhood look like mine is the neighborhood version. The lot version is optional, but you need the neighborhood version. And you're going to scroll down and click download the full archive of hood skies. It should look like this. You're going to download it, move it into your folder, and you should have all of these files now. You're also going to need this file right here where it says it's strongly recommended to use my FX Cube default replacement. You are going to need this in order to properly install these skies. So click here, and you'll be on the FX Cube default replacement page, and all you have to do is click download. Download that, put it right in your sky folder, and now you should have 21 items in your sky folder. We're going to download 2 more next, and then you should have a total of 23 when we're done downloading the sun and moon. So we're done with that. Then you're going to click on realistic sun and moon. And right here where it says download, it says invisible sun, invisible moon, invisible stars. You're only going to download these if you don't want to see your sun, moon, and stars. I don't know why you wouldn't want to see them, but that's an option for you. If you want your neighborhood to look exactly like mine, you're going to scroll down some more and to this next download section. And here you're going to have 3 choices for sun and 3 choices for moon. And this is on the same person's Tumblr. I don't know who this person is, but they did an amazing job. This stuff is just beautiful in your game, really. I mean, I cannot give them enough credit. It's gorgeous. But you're going to have 3 different suns you can download. Sun, sun eclipse, or sun corona. The sun is just a normal sun. That's the one that I use in my neighborhood right here. This is the Corona sun, and this is the eclipse sun. I don't know why you'd want the eclipse sun unless you're doing something for like storytelling purposes. So choose one of these, either sun, sun eclipse, or sun corona. I just got the normal sun. So you're going to download that, move that into your folder. And then you can choose a moon. You can do regular moon, strange moon, or real moon. I chose real moon, and here's what they look like. Here's just the normal moon, here's the strange moon, and here is the real moon. I love the way the real moon looked, so that's the one I chose, but you can choose whichever one you want. So just choose one of those. Download it, move it into your folder. And that's all we need from this page. So you can exit out of there. Now we're moving on to the Seasons Ready Skylines. Okay, these are 6 360-degree and Seasons Ready Skylines for hood view and lot view. And these are just so beautiful if you've seen them in my game, which I know you have if you're watching this video. I use the green hills for Pleasant View, but you get a lot of options. You get forest mountains, rural, alpine, desert, beach, and Sunset Valley. So what you're going to need to download here is, let me find the download. Oh, scroll to the bottom to download. I can't even find it. Oh, okay. Download version 1.1 down here. You're going to click right here. Download. It's going to look like this. It's going to take it a minute. And then what I do is I create a separate folder for Skylines. You don't have to do this. You can organize it however you want to organize it in your neighborhood, in your downloads folder. This is just how I keep it organized if you want a suggestion. So move all of that into your downloads folder. And there's a nice little picture to show you what they all look like in case you forget. Okay. And there's one more thing we're going to get off of this page. And you could get this from other pages too. I just find it easiest just to get it right here where it says recommended custom content. You're going to click Sky Fix. And you're going to want to download the Sky Fix so that your skies look all nice and pretty. So just scroll down. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Okay, so you're going to, there's a couple different versions here. So you're going to want expansion pack 6 if you have the ultimate collection like I do. If you don't have the ultimate collection and you just have some expansion packs, then you're going to need to read right here and see which version you need. You're going to download that. I made a separate little folder for that just because it didn't really fit anywhere else. Move that into your downloads folder somewhere. And then we're done there. The next thing you need is Curious Bee's Neighborhood Terrain and Road Replacements. Now this can get very confusing because the links are broken. So as you can see, it's very pretty. It makes the grass nice and green. It replaces concrete, dirt, desert, just all of the terrains and the roads. And the terrain, yeah, all the terrain paints and everything too. When I was preparing for this video, I actually realized that there were some files that I didn't download the first time, so I'm actually glad I decided to do this. So if you see, there's a bunch of different versions that you can download, but these links are broken. So what you have to do is click the folder containing all the individual downloads and then figure out which ones you need from there, and that is confusing. But I'm going to explain the different ones. So there's a standard bundle. This is if you do not have seasons and do not use the Radiance 2.4 lighting mod. There's the Radiance bundle, which is if you do not have seasons but you do have the Radiance 2.4 lighting mod. There's the Seasons bundle, which is if you do have seasons but do not have the Radiance 2.4 lighting mod. This is me because I have the Ultimate Collection and I do not use the Radiance 2.4 lighting mod, so I downloaded the Seasons bundle. Um, there's also the Radiance / Seasons bundle if you have seasons and you do use the Radiance 2.4 lighting mod. So there's like 4 different ones and you have to figure out which one you need. If you just have the Ultimate Collection or all the expansions, you don't have this lighting mod like me, then you're going to need the Seasons bundle. So let's click the folder here and it takes us to somebody's Dropbox. I recommend clicking this little button right here so that you can actually see the names of the files and figure out which ones you need. And before I download anything, I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it Terrain and Road Replacements. And that's where I'm going to put everything. Okay, we're not going to download the bundle. I don't really know what the difference is between the bundle and getting the individual files, but whenever I just downloaded the bundle, it didn't work. I had to download the individual files that I needed. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay, first of all, you're going to want your road defaults. I don't really know the difference between the Maxis Match and just this one, so I downloaded the Maxis Match. So you're just going to click that. It's going to bring up all these files. Again, you're going to click direct download. You're going to move that into your terrain and road replacement folder or wherever you want to put it in your downloads folder. And that'll give you these 4 lush road, dirt road, desert road, and concrete road. Alright, then the next thing you're going to need is your road overlay. And here's where it comes in handy knowing which one of the bundles you needed. So here's the standard, here's the seasons without Radiance mod, and here's the seasons with Radiance lighting mod. If you're like me and you have Ultimate Collection or at least the Seasons expansion, then you're just going to need the one that says Road Overlay Seasons. Click that, again, direct download. Move that over into your folder. Okay, we're going to go back. So we've got our road overlay. Now we're going to need our sidewalk. And again, there's 3 versions. You're going to want the Seasons version if you're like me. Direct download. Okay, and then, wait, what did we just do? Sidewalk? Okay. Now we need terrain defaults. So there's 3 versions again. Again, get the Seasons or whichever one you need. Direct download. Move that over into your folder. You can have quite a few files in here, but you don't have to do anything. This is going to replace what's in your neighborhood and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we got our terrain defaults. Now you want your terrain paints. So just click the one you need out of the 3 versions, download, direct download. And move that over into your folder, and here you go. You should have 27 items in your folder. You should have your terrain paints, your neighborhood road overlays, your terrains, your neighborhood terrain defaults, and your sidewalks. And that is all you need for that. So then you can just exit out of here, you can exit out of here, and we're back to the blog. So the next thing we're going to do is get our linden trees as default replacements. This is so gorgeous. I mean, it's just beautiful on your neighborhood screen. And let's see. It makes the trees less blurry, more defined, and they're, you know, they work in all seasons. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so there are 3 different replacements. There's the cricket trees, master mesh. There's the cricket forest, which replaces the base game oak forest. And then there's the row, which replaces the base game oak row. Alright, so all you have to do is go down here and click this download sim file share link. And then I'm going to create a new folder. I'm just going to call it tree replacement. You can call it whatever you want or download it wherever you want. This just makes it easier for me to keep everything organized. And it's going to take it a minute. It's kind of a bigger file than what we've been downloading. I also download the additional trees that are not default replacements that I can just place into my neighborhood. So I'll show you those as well if you want to grab those while you're here. Okay, it's downloaded, so we're going to move that over. Should be 3 files, just like we said before. Alright, then we can exit this. And then if you scroll up and you read this little paragraph here, you can download as much files as you want because Row and Forests are working with Cricut's custom trees too. So I downloaded the custom trees too. If you click on that link, the Sims 2 season enabled trees basic tree set. And these are not default replacements, but you can just place them around in your neighborhood. So I got those too. That's optional. And I just moved them all over here, except I didn't put the Mac version. I just left that out, whatever that means. And lastly, you might want to get this Winter Shadow package. So you're just going to click there, download, and move that over into your tree folder. And I'm not 100% sure exactly what that's for, but I believe it is for the shadows to show up on the winter trees. So I downloaded it. It says temporary, but I downloaded it and I haven't had any problems. So I would recommend just getting that winter shadow package just to make sure everything works correctly. Okay, so now we have our sky fix, our skylines, our terrain and road replacements, our sky, and our tree replacements. The next thing we want is the texture replacements, less blurry textures for beaches, cliffs, and snow. This is going to take you to this nice tumbler here, and you can see how it changes the textures. And if you just go down, this is a very easy one to follow, just download. So you're going to download the beach. And I just made a new folder called Texture Replacements. And I put those in there. Okay, then we're going to download the snow. Put that in your folder. And then repeat with all of these. And when you're done, you should have 16 different items in your texture replacements. That's all you need there. And the last thing you're going to need so that you can actually see your replacements and place them is you're going to need GunMod's camera mod. This is on Mod the Sims. And this is a little bit different. This is, we're going to have to install this a little bit differently. And you can look and see all the features that it has, but you absolutely need this in order to use all of the other mods that we just downloaded. So it's non-negotiable. You have to get it. So what you're going to do, it recommends that you back up your EA Games The Sims 2 camera folder. So, you know, if you want to do that first. It is recommended. I'm not going to do it in this tutorial, but, you know, do that. So we're going to open it up and extract the files into My Documents, EA Games, The Sims 2 Cameras folder. If you have Ultimate Collection like I do, you're going to go into EA Games, Ultimate Collection, Cameras, right here. And we're going to install it here. Oh, but before you do that, come back because there are 3 different versions you can get. There's A, B, or C. I recommend A. That's what I use. No fade, no clip version. Clipping reduced for great close-ups. So this is what you want to... This is what I would recommend you use. You can get the other versions. You can read about those if you want, but I would get A. So let's go to the files. We're going to get... let's see, we're going to get this one right here, GCM 31A. This is the most updated version, and yeah, that is 2005, but it still works. It still works really well. So download that, open it up, then go back to your cameras folder, and again, this is under your documents, EA Games, The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection, oh, I can't talk, and cameras. Or if you don't have the Ultimate Collection, it'll just be The Sims 2 and then cameras. So then you're just going to copy this and paste it right in here. Okay, that's all you do. You just hit paste and it's just going to copy all these files. It's going to overwrite. So you want to say, yes, replace the files in this destination. And it will replace all the files that need replacing. And that's it. You're done. That's all you do to install that. Now we have everything that we need to make this work. Now we're going to open up the game now. I'm going to show you how to install everything, and there are also some settings that you need to change in your graphics options to make sure everything works properly. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay guys, now we are within the game, and you can see that the replacement textures are already here and working. Look how nice and green the grass is, and you should be able to scroll all the way out now and see your entire hood here. This is the camera mod working, and this is just my test hood. I have a test hood where I test out different things before I try them in my main neighborhood, but you could just go straight to your main neighborhood, or you could do a test hood or some random hood that you don't care about while you're figuring out how to use this. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to make a couple of changes to our settings. So if you click these options, these three little dots here, then you're going to click the game options, which looks like 2 gears, and we would need to make 2 changes here. You need to turn your fade distance to off, and you need to turn your view distance to extra large. And this is just going to make it to where you can see everything from your lots. And now that you've made those changes, the next thing we do is go to the decorations section and click here on effects, and then you're going to see all of your skies that you've downloaded. I think the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the skies. And I like to use the day sky, but you can use whichever one you want. There's Assassin's Creed, Pink, Wind, Alf Sea Clouds, Pray the Gray, Rise of Communism, and the Tower of Communism. So you can choose whichever one you want. I like the day sky. I think it looks nice and pretty. And when you select that and you come down here and you look at this little box, you'll see that there's an arrow on it if you downloaded the correct file to make this a replacement. What you want to do is follow this arrow. See how it's pointing to the corner over here? Go all the way to the corner that it's pointing to. Okay, keep going all the way to the very corner and make sure the red arrow lines up exactly with the corner of the map. Place it right there. Hit the escape button and you are done. Now you have your sky. Alright, we have our sky placed, but you still have all this blue space around, so that's what we're going to use the skylines for. So your next section here, you should have several skylines. You're going to have Sunset Valley, Rural, Green Hills, Forest Mountains, Desert, Beach, and Alpine. So you can choose the one that matches your neighborhood the best. I'm using Green Hills for my Pleasant View, and I think it looks really nice. So the same rule applies. You just look at the arrow where it's pointing and you line it up in the corner. This one is going to go like right on top of where our sky was. So just get it over here, line it up right there, and place it. Then hit escape again. And now you have your skyline, and look how beautiful that looks. Now no more of that hideous light blue fog. And if we get down here, you can press the tab button to go into camera mode, and you can see, I'm going to back up a little bit, I'm using A, S, D, Q, and E to move around on my keyboard. Q moves it down, E moves it up, A and D move from side to side, W and S move forward and back. You should be familiar with those keys if you play a lot of online games. Alright, so I'm going to move down to like lot level, and then we can look around and see our skyline and our sky. This is kind of a very flat hood here. But you can see how it looks, and I'll even load a lot and show you how it looks too, so you can see better from lot view. Now we want to, if you had a neighborhood that had a lot of trees, you would see what the trees look like, but I'll go ahead and add some. We want to click, if you use the row of trees, you can put a couple rows down and see what those look like. You can put a forest down, and that's been replaced with these much prettier trees. And then these will change with the seasons and look really pretty. So now let's load a lot and let's see what it looks like. This is my test family when I need to go into lot view. Okay, now we have loaded the lot of the test family. They're dancing by the mailbox, and you can see your skylines all around in your sky. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that so much nicer? And it's really not hard to do once you get all the files downloaded. And you can see your trees there, how nice those look. They're not all blurry and crappy looking. Okay, now let's talk about the hood skies that you downloaded. These are optional, and the reason why I say that they're optional is because let's go into camera mode and look up at the sky. It looks quite nice. It looks very pretty. If you want to make it look prettier, you can go into buy mode, miscellaneous. If you go into miscellaneous, you see this little dome right here. This is a sky mod. This is a sky box for your lot. So you can choose whichever ones you want, place it down. This does turn invisible when you go back into play mode, so you can only see this in build mode. Let's go back to live mode, go into camera mode, and you can see now I have some beautiful clouds up there. It just looks a little bit, it just adds like another layer. It's completely optional, but it does, I think it looks pretty nice if you remember to put these onto your individual lots. But again, that's optional, and you'll still have a pretty sky even if you don't. So I think that's just about it. I think we've covered everything. I'm going to go back to neighborhood mode. I'm going to save. And now this is what your hood should look like. And this is how I make my neighborhood beautiful. There are mods that you can do for like water replacements and stuff. I haven't found a good one that I feel like works really well. The best one that I found makes you have a pool on the same lot before it'll replace like the ponds and stuff, and I just don't like that, so I don't use that. I just use the regular Maxis water, and I don't think it looks too bad actually. There are a lot more different default replacements out there that you could use for terrains and trees and stuff, but these are just the ones I like best. And if you just wanted like an easy way to make your neighborhood more beautiful, you can just follow this tutorial, do exactly what I did, and this is what you will have. So I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can use this to make your neighborhoods prettier. Please leave me any questions or comments you have. If anything wasn't clear, or you having an issue with anything, just leave me a comment and let me know, and I will get back to you and try to help you as best I can. I don't know what that keeps popping up over there. It's like a rainbow or something. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you want to know whenever I upload new videos. You can also visit my blog, obviously, at PleasantSims.com for more information on all the mods I use, and the list of mods for this tutorial is also there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you with a new Let's Play video very soon.